Hello everybody, and welcome back. This is John with Glass Beast Games, and you're watching Factorio. I did a little bit of stuff off screen between last episode and this episode. I was originally recording, but I kind of got sidetracked many times and did a couple things. First thing, I fixed this little contraption right here. It is now evenly spreading the iron. Originally what was happening was it was getting caught on an underground belt, and I realized just take this splitter back, which I'm starting to replace the splitters first with the fast splitters because I feel like they do a better job of splitting. They're quicker. I have these limited to 4 stacks right now, the same as these. They're already full. And we're filling up our belts now. We got a decent amount of inserters, almost a whole iron chest. A little less, but still a lot. This thing happened. This, this I need to fix, really, is what's going on. I know, if anything, I just gotta decontaminate this belt. No wonder I'm not making a lot of stuff. There we go. We get rid of all this. Oh no, all the iron. We gotta get rid of the iron. We already got rid of plenty of it. Okay, hang on. Okay, so what I've done down here is I've moved over, and this is where some of the contamination is coming from, and why we're seeing gaps in the copper. That doesn't exist. That doesn't happen. But I've added another iron smelter. I got 3 of them now, and I still feel like it's not enough. Now, if we look at our production, let's take a look. 53,000 in production. We're making more iron officially than we are using it, which is good, but it's also bad because that means that we're bottlenecking our resources. We don't want to do that. If production is higher than usage, then we're off to a good start. If I want to make any more iron smelters, I might be able to make one down here. Do I have enough room? No. Well, the copper's in the way. Or not the copper. It's not copper, it's coal. They both start with a C, O, and that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that is the same. But I also researched some stuff. I got physical projectile damage 3 and weapon shooting speed 3, or I got 2 rather, and I can now research 3. The only problem now is I now have to use military science packs in order to do anything. So until then, you know what I need to do is I need to start getting steel. What's funny is I've realized, like, off camera, like I didn't even change out the burner mining drills over here. I finally got some actual electric mining drills just for stone, but I haven't even gotten stone brick. How you make walls, you need stone brick. And you need a stone brick smelting array, which, I mean, really, do you need a whole array for that? Yeah, you kind of do, especially if you want to make walls. Walls are a ingredient for military science, so we're going to need that. And we're also going to need steel. We're going to need a decent bit of, especially for some of the higher grade buildings that we're going to be making. We ran out of resources already right there. Okay, cool. There we go. We got some more. All right. Instead of a chest. The inventory's full. What? Ah, come on. And add our splitter here. And there we go. We have a lot. We already ran out over here. I figured we wouldn't see much over in these these corners. We're going to run out over down here as well. I mean, you look at these. 450, 384. Okay, that may last a little bit, but you get the picture. We're not going to see a lot, but I have all the possible spots for stone mining at this point, but I'm also going to try this with a copper if I can. Uproot these trees that are in the way. Get out of my way, trees. Move. Imagine if trees did what you wanted them to. They just moved. You didn't need to use violence. You didn't need an axe. It's the tree's fault. They're just standing there. They're just like, I'm just going to be stubborn. I'm not moving out of the way. But business is booming, and I think what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and move up here, and I have spoilage. I just found out that spoilage is basically like any biodegradable, so like, if I picked up fish earlier, well, this is no longer fish. This is spoilage. So, if you ever store your fish somewhere, don't, because you're going to run out of it, essentially, if you're fighting. Speaking of fighting, let's check our map and how many... Man, we're getting close. Yeah, angering our neighbors. They're not going to be very happy about all this. They're going to be like, what's all that noise? What's that big cloud of smoke? It is me and my conquest to conquer this planet. We got 133,000 stone, not a lot. 136,000 copper. It's not a lot, but we're not going to use a lot. 2.4 million iron. I'll probably pull from that as well. Where's the next coal source? Like, I need coal. 2.5 million, but way down there. Oh, man. Man, I still don't see any oil. We got oil right here, but it's like a tiny little bit. I have a chest. It's just going to have belts. Now, why would we want to have just a chest of these belts? I mean, what's the deal? Like, what? Just in case. In fact, do I want to limit it? Nah, not really. Just because I don't want to immediately go with these belts. I mean, these belts are nice and all, the fast transport belts, but I don't want to immediately start doing that. I remember what I was going to do. I was going to go ahead and edit this up here so I could actually start working on the miner drills. The miner drills and the assembly machines. I need machines for those. All right, so I took about a day's worth of a break, and I looked back at my old footage. It was like 15 minutes of me just meandering around. No more of that. What I need to do is I need to go ahead and add to this mall. I can craft miner drills all I want, but why do that? I can automate them. Now, during all this process, I'll go ahead and start crafting some. I might as well. We're just going to craft 25 of them just to start us off on that new iron patch. We're going to get a lot more iron from that patch, though. Y'all saw that, right? That's 24... God, I wish. I was about to say 24 million. No, man, we wouldn't have to worry about moving anything from there for a while. I don't want an underground belt under a tree. Okay, we're getting rid of this tree. I did not assign you the underground belt license. You're therefore fired. You're fired. You're fired. You're fired, tree. You're fired. Okay, there's no more trees in the way. I will bring the copper over now I think about it, because I want to make electric circuits for specifically these next machines. Enough messing with this. This is working now. I don't need to worry about it anymore. I'm OCDing over it. I don't need to do that. I just don't want to run out of resources. But I think we're good. Because I fixed this right here. This is actually putting all the iron that I need to put over here. And so we should be good. We should be good, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm already out of iron. You tell me I'm already out of iron, you son of a... Can I not place it? I can't place it because the tree is in the way again. Good lord, trees, what do y'all want from me? I'm just trying... I just work here. Well, I don't really work here. I want to make another one of these, except for the fact that that belt is going to shift. If you have something that you want to eventually improve on, you can. You don't have to immediately. It's not going anywhere. You'll be able to... in the foreseeable future. In other words, I am really good at procrastinating. Don't you ever doubt my procrastination skills. I'm a pro at procrastinating. We're going to do this right. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. No. Stop it. Okay. How am I messing this up? What am I doing? How am I this bad at this game? You know what? Shush. I know what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And we're going to fill up this belt with green circuits. And guess what we're going to put up here? We're going to put up our production for our miner drills and our assembly machines. I don't know, we're taking 10 iron from this line. And these transport 10 iron a second. So we're going to have 10 items a second. So, or not 5, we're going to have 10 left. Or 20 left, I guess, rather. No, okay, I'm going to have to do this, y'all. I'm going to have to add some wire spaghetti. Knees weak, arms heavy. Yeti. Alright, Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. You mean I gotta add another... See, this is why you want medium poles. So you don't have to have, like, an extra pole just to connect. Like, a medium pole will have a little bit better range. And it'll have better range on the electrical... This would be all covered under a medium pole. I don't know why I do this to myself. I could do this setup. And I probably still will. But why don't I split these? Here's the thing. Whichever one I put second is obviously not going to produce nearly as much, because this one's going to be selfish and taking all these resources. So... be right back. Let the games begin. Let's see what happens when we apply this. And hopefully they will be making stuff indefinitely. And I'm not even going to limit it. Why? Because... let's just do it. Let's just have a whole bunch of materials. I'm going to run out. I feel like we should be okay. Because we're making 2 electric circuits a second, I think. I'm going to have to chop down all these trees. I'll check back with this in a little bit. But I think we are en route to... We already got 25 assemblers. We got 18 electric mining drills. And you know what's funny? In that time, I could have made a whole bunch of electric mining drills, technically. But no, I had to finish up my little bit of the mall that I could. I'm still not too worried. This is a good seed for pollution level. Oh, okay, maybe we're making too many iron gear wheels? I don't know. The circuits are fine. I don't need to make more circuits. I need more iron to come down this way. So what I want to do here is I'm going to add this right here. If this isn't enough iron, I don't know what is. But I want a whole iron chest or a steel chest. Here's the thing. I want to eventually just have enough resources. You know what? Let's just see what happens if we unlimit this. We're probably going to run real low. It's okay. It's okay. Let's just fill all this up. Let's just go hog wild, and then we'll see that we are not able to produce everything all at once, which is okay. I made 25 miner drills. Well, guess what? The assembly machine, while I was bumbling around, made twice as many. We're going to bring all of our friendly miner drills up to this land off yonder. Actually, it's not that far. This isn't that far. Should I just make a belt? No, I don't need it. I want to make a belt that just goes all the way down here, but that's almost too much. That's kind of overkill. I just make a smelter array up here, just a temporary, and I'm going to make it half the size. And why would I make it half the size? Because I'm not going to use the regular smelters for very long. I'm going to actually make half of it for iron, and then the rest of it for steel. The other half is going to be for steel. The only problem is I don't have any coal. Yes, I do. What am I talking about? In fact, I'm not even going to make. I'm just going to make like a little segment. That's what I'll do. But yeah, you look at this patch. This is like well over 100. So the fact that I have that assembly machine now working on that versus me building it, I'm cool with it. All right. Oh, I ran out. Like right around the time that I would expect to. Okay. Means here. What's my electricity consumption? Okay, all right. We got about. We're getting to about a quarter of it. Hey. It's still not too bad. See, you gotta divide the resources, and this is still doing good because this is actually adding. See, what was happening earlier was this, when it was going directly into an underground belt, it was only feeding the upper part right here. As you can see, this upper part would be the only thing able to feed into it. So it was only receiving half of what it could receive. All right, let's finally get this show somewhat on the road, and maybe eventually the rail tracks. We're not actually going to make any roads. So we're making iron, and now this is actually powering that, so I only need 2 over here. And we're going to start making steel. And I'm probably going to take this similar design and use steel furnaces. Now the thing about steel furnaces, I think, yeah, they require stone bricks. And guess what? I don't have any bricks because I've not smelted any bricks. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're running out of iron. We're using a lot of it, so it makes sense. Patch up here. We have some oil. Up a little bit to the right. It's not too far, actually. It's the only oil patch in the nearby vicinity, and it's a tiny oil patch. So, while it's nearby the spawn, it is very, very tiny. Where is it? And what's really nice about this, like, once we're done over here, we can just pack all this up. And this belt can move out of the way forever, and we don't need to mess with that anymore. Same with this belt. Any of these belts that just seem like they're kind of just all in the way, well, they won't be in the way. We can make a pump jack pretty soon. I just need more iron. In fact, I'm only going to need 2 because there's only 2 segments of crude oil. There we go. There we go. They're right next to one another. Yes, I am going to have this many smelter arrays. I'm probably going to have another iron one down here. I think we're about done with this chest. I mean, are we? Yeah, we filled up the chest for belts, so I mean, we're good there. We're good on that front. We're good on. How many miner drills have we made? Oh my goodness, we made a lot. Will I need this many miner drills? Probably not right away, but I don't have to craft them. They're there. We actually can get rid of these 2 because they don't do anything. That's just a generic blueprint piece, I guess, and it works like so. There we go. All right, cool. Isn't that great? See what we did? Y'all did all that. I'm just kidding. I'm going to take the credit. I did all that. Y'all didn't do anything. Y'all just watched. You know, there's something that I want to be able to do now I think about it. And that is when you no longer need like some of the base level resources. why can't we recycle the materials? Like, let's say we can break the materials down. And I don't know, maybe this is something that's in the Space Age version of this game, but you probably won't get, like, there'd have to be a penalty. Like, you'd lose, like, some of the materials required that made it, but there's some stuff that I find, like, it wouldn't be completely obsolete, like, if you needed in an emergency situation. If that's not already in this game and I'm just not there yet, then okay, cool. Now, will I need a lot of stone bricks? I'll need at least one line. It's all coming together. We still can't craft any electrical mining drills. That's okay. We have, like, way too many now. I can now make steel furnaces. Now, I imagine the question already at hand is, are steel furnaces worth it? I'd say yes. Here's the thing. Steel furnaces, they produce more pollution than your regular furnaces because they smelt twice as quick. So, we have steel furnaces. But guess what? Because we have steel furnaces, they smelt, if you look at it, they literally craft twice as fast. So you only need half the amount of steel furnaces that you have regular furnaces to fill up a regular belt. Now, if you start using a fast belt, a little bit of a different story. We'll start putting some of our faster belts into production so we can get our resources going where they need to go. Now, I am seeing we are running... We are finally at the point where this iron, I think part of it, the problem is pulling from here. Steel is really good for railroads because that's one of the key components. In fact, railroad, yeah, here we are. It's going to require 1 steel, 1 iron stick, and 1 stone. In fact, that will actually craft 2 of them. So I am going to probably run out of iron down here sooner rather than later, especially with how much I'm consuming. If we look at our production, we are once again consuming more iron than we are producing. I see a bottlenecking here and here. I mean, like, it's just... I think part of it's just because once we move away from this area, we'll have some room to actually evenly distribute all the iron. Oh no, these belts are not full of iron. They're only halfway full. Oh, you ran out of coal? Why do you run out of coal? That's not allowed. What I can do is I am going to go ahead and pick all this up. Stop it, inserters. Stop it. Planning your next mining operation is definitely key because you're going to run into a point where you are running low on resources from your original mining destination, and you want to move that out of the way anyway because, like you see with my situation here, belt spaghetti. I tried to make it not belt spaghetti. I don't know. It's nothing but noodles. And eventually what we can do is we can upgrade all of this, so this will be nice. Eventually, with trains, I will be able to just have a station right here where the train will be able to come by and just say, hey, I want all this, but we have a buffer chest. I don't have the stack inserter. How do I... Oh, I need advanced circuits. Yeah, okay. I need oil processing. And to do oil process, or I got oil processing, I need to be able to process plastics, which... Not stack inserter, but bulk inserter. Okay, yeah. But for the time being, we can use our fast inserters. They're fast, but they're... In fact, you know what I need to do? Oh, I think I know what it is. Well, that's when it feeds onto them, though. That's the thing. See, when it comes to trying to even things out, I am not necessarily the best at it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and fill all this up. They're going to wait for a train to come by before they can do that. So, what we need to do is we need to make a train. How will we do that? We need steel. Do we have enough for a train? We need engine units. That's something big with steel. We need engine units. Well, we don't have any engine units yet because engine units have to be made in an assembler. So, that's going to be one of the big things for steel. And it's quite a good bit right there. Like, that's 30 steel. It's going to be 20 engine units. Now, engine units, actually, now I think about it, they do require steel. It's just 1 steel plate. It's not bad. It says total raw resources, 1 steel plate and 4 iron plates. 9 iron, pretty cheap. But as you can see, this is... This is actually not quite... it doesn't appear that this is... I mean, this is distributing this pretty evenly, but then it kind of gets a little bulk. I think part of the problem is we're taking from here. Now, if that fills up again, Yeah, see, that's filling up. This design, it looks like it's dividing everything evenly, but it is not. You have this, it's taking this resource in half, splitting it in half, splitting it in half, but then it takes this half. Essentially what we're doing right here is we're taking, this is half of everything, and meanwhile this is a quarter, and this is a quarter. I think there's a better way we can do this. I'm just going to do a supercut to it, and I'll explain it. This is going to be a long episode to edit. I want to edit a lot of stuff out. But we did get our steel production started at the very least. Well, I did get attacked while I was trying to figure it out because that pollution cloud is reaching our neighbors. They came up here to attack me. So I'm going to just go downstairs and say, no, you can't do that. That's not allowed. You can actually make piercing rounds as well now with steel, but I'm not going to do that. But yeah, the enemy is not happy with my production. I gotta be a little bit careful, but my damage is a little bit higher, so I am getting some mutated enemies. Oh geez, yeah, they I might die. I'm gonna go ahead and get some more iron, because really to make piercing rounds you need steel, and I got plenty of steel, but I don't have any currently in production, so I gotta be pretty strategic about this. Piercing rounds will take a little bit more time. Crafting time is 3 seconds, so this is going to be a little bit of a challenge because... Do I have it? No, I don't have heavy armor. Let's do that. And let's get some fish before I forget about that, because there's no way to heal without fish. They're not going to tank hits. They're going to fall a little bit quicker. Same with the regular biters. I think they're just going to take like 1 or 2 shots, maybe just 1. And I want to just go ahead and knock out their spawners, because those spawners will die a lot quicker too. So, and what I can do actually, if you do it smart, they got to go around. So I'm going to hit our friendly little worms here. We got those batter nests. Okay, we got. I'll let them hit me just because until a certain point I'm not worried. All right, we eliminated that nest. Let me check my pollution where it's going. It's not going to hit them. It might hit them. It will more than likely hit them. I got to be careful. I can get this. This is one quick elimination. There we go. And I got seven magazines left, but I've eliminated that. I've eliminated that threat. We have a little bit of a threat down here. I feel like we may have some up here. Can I get a radar made? No, I don't have any iron. I don't have any iron. What? When does that happen? Go ahead and make myself a radar so I can at least get a glimpse of what we got going on up here. Alright, hopefully I'll get some radar sweeps to see if I'm about to hit some enemy nests up here. Definitely. Oh, uh-oh, I got some enemies. If you see that on the map, they are attacking my... Oh, no, y'all stop it. Y'all stop it. That's my laboratories. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Where are they coming from? I don't see what this cloud is hitting. Unless it's like a scouting group. Maybe over here or something like that. Alright, I think we're gonna start seeing attacks again. I gotta keep an eye on that map. They are going to ravage through my area. I'm gonna check, because they're coming from the west over here. I'm wondering if there's one that hasn't been picked up. Like maybe there's a nest that it keeps hitting. I gotta keep an eye on that, because I think that one is also potential. Let's make ourselves some repair packs. Just about 10 of them. That'll be fine. This is the first time using repair packs, and I feel like I researched that in episode 2. So finally we have repair packs. We're going to put that in our hot bar. Let's keep on applying that repair pack. That was a little intense. That was a good number of mutated biters. So like, where did they come from? Oh, there is a nest right here. This is where it's coming from. Oh my goodness, that's actually a lot. The piercing rounds are good. Those are some pretty hefty biters still. They're not going to go down quick. They are starting to turn into more aggressive, more fun enemies. Fun's a fun word to use because it's not really that fun. I'd have to eliminate all the biters that are spawning and then just be quicker to get this. See, no, they're expanding. These guys are expanding right here. That's not good. I really can't wait to get rocket launchers, because rocket launchers are going to be better. Am I going to kick these nests too? I keep saying kick. I'm not kicking them. I'm hitting them with an axe. The problem is I got these mutated biters, but that makes perfect sense. Look, they're hitting that pollution cloud right there. They're going to be attacking. See, this part is actually entertaining. We got some combat. We got some action going on now. Man, I'm so glad I explored. If I didn't have that sneaking suspicion, I would have just left that there. Alright. Go. Try to finish off that spawner nest. We don't care about these biters. Don't spawn a mutated biter. Don't spawn a mutated biter. You spawn a mutated biter, I'm going to smack you in the face. Thankfully, it's only spawning one now. When it's spawning more than one, quite literally, you have two. So it doubles the... Oh, no. We got a mutated... Stop it. So close. So close. Don't go away. There. Radar sweeps only work so well. This area right here is the immediate area that you can see. So whatever you can't see within the actual area you can zoom in on, until you get a radar sweep, you're not going to know something's there. So if there are biters there could be biters all in this area, technically speaking, if it hasn't done. And they can expand as much military research early on as you can and probably get steel. I put off any bit of steel production and I am paying for it. I used all the steel for these piercing rounds, which honestly probably could have been used for something else. And so, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Let's go ahead and get our steel production in place so we could really start working on automating our piercing rounds, because piercing rounds are pretty good. The problem is they just take a while to make. You can't make piercing round magazines like you can your regular firearm magazine, but we got to get this under control over here as well. There's going to be more. There are going to be more enemies. Just wait. Thankfully, there's only 3, so and I don't see, but only a couple mutated. They're not they're called medium biters, or maybe they're mutated. Oh, no. Oh, and of course, I'm just going to tough it out. Alright, get out of here, you big old medium biter. It's not really that big, but it's big. It's medium. It's bigger than the other ones. Alright, give me my heals. Alright, so I think I got something going on here. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. What am I doing? I did eventually cave and look up a design because I was not sure about how to do this. It should be relatively even now. Yep. Alright, that's about as even as it gets. Is this that important? Probably not, especially when I don't have stack inserters, but I just feel like using all 6 chests. I could do that, or I could use 4. I feel like this is a nicer form, but then again, at the same time, I'm looking at all this, and I could use a little more. I don't know. The ultimate thing is that I replace all of these with steel furnaces, but we are going to invite a lot of unfriendly neighbors by doing this, so we got to be a little bit careful. Alright, so we got half of our furnaces on our first iron smelter array switched over to steel furnaces. Now these, as you can see, they're going to produce more pollution. Increase this pollution cloud to hit probably a good bit of these bases down here. And I want to be prepared when it does that, because when it does that, we're going to have a lot of... Oh, hey, look, oil. We got oil. It's not a lot more than what's down here. Dang, man, I'm not getting... So I got the track started. I've got my first mining base. Increased speed and production. A little bit more on added to the mall, such as miner drills, which, oh my goodness. I just got to make sure they don't destroy this chest. That will be very bad. Yeah, I have plenty of assembling machines. I'm set for a while. I have everything at the ready, and this is actually a design. It's not my design, so credit due is Nilaus, I think is how you say his name. Close enough to where I'm not worried about any of them overflowing. I mean, it's pretty dang close. I'll tell you that. I could probably have multiple of these, actually, now I think about it, and have multiple carts, because I'm going to need multiple carts for all this production. And thankfully, this isn't too far, so I can make this pretty quickly if I make a little bit of a steel smelter array. But yeah, we have our production still going at it. We are really starting to ramp up on how much we've used. In fact, let's look at this. We're at half of the iron I feel like we started with this episode. I don't want to use all this iron because I'm going to need some of it for steel. So, maybe what I'll do is I'll use one of these lines and then have an offshoot. Alright, so even though it's not part of the mall, it's going to be a little miniature, like, mobile mall is what I'm going to call these. Anytime you build something makeshift like this, that's what I'm going to refer to it as, like a little mobile mall. So I have a little bit of steel production right here. This little temporary mall. It's going to be nice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to finish up this belt here, make this a fast belt. There we go. And what we can do is we can see where we're kind of needing iron to get to quicker. The thing is, as soon as I start adding more steel furnaces, I'm going to replace most of these iron, all this iron smelters with steel furnaces. In fact, I got 4. This is going to take a while, y'all. It's okay, though. I think part of the problem, too, though, is if you look, we're losing production. I mean, I think this is a good third right here. Stuff is just not available, and we're really going to need those railways soon. Yeah, I think steel is something, if you don't start production on it and you neglect it, it is going to bite you. Now, I am building walls, which are nice. We're building a decent amount right there. I will definitely need as many walls as I can get, because they will protect this area, at least momentarily. Instead of saying that enemies are destroying buildings, they're destroying walls, but, you know, I'll put turrets behind those walls. And to do that, I'm probably going to want turrets with piercing rounds, because piercing rounds are just, they're a little more expensive, but they get the job done. They can potentially ward off enemy biters, which, something I just realized, I'm only seeing biters, I'm not seeing spitters. We are in definite need to increase our production here now, because we're starting to use a decent bit over here. Problem is, we're not even getting anything down to this area, so this has been a very long-winded episode. Hope y'all guys enjoyed it. Definitely is going to be edited down, but this is John with Glass Piece Games. I'll see y'all next time, where I will definitely be continuing on this railroad production to bring down the iron to this smelter array down here, which that's going to be fun, and once we see it in action, it's going to be amazing. Just amazing.